I just got back from Port Aransas, and I can't stop thinking about the salty vibes and sun-soaked memories from the Texas coast. Port Aransas is such a unique beach town. It's a place where family traditions unfold naturally, like surfing with my daughter, and beauty lies both in island views and the unhurried moments between adventures, like parasailing with the entire family. One visit and you'll see why generations of Texans have anchored their traditions to the island life. Start your new favorite family traditions in Port Aransas, Texas. Go to visitportaransas.com and plan your trip to Houston's beach. Y'all, Main Street is popping right now in downtown Houston. The stage is getting set for the World Cup, and there are big, bold improvements being made, especially on Main Street. The sidewalks are getting more shade and more space and more of what you love. So during this time, let's go support our Houston-owned small businesses on Main Street. From morning coffee runs and happy hour hangouts to late night vibes, these local gems are powering through construction to keep the city buzzing. So grab your crew and meet me on Main Street because an exciting transformation is underway and we are rallying to support our downtown businesses. Today on CityCast Houston, we're getting the final taste of summer and how to survive these hot temps the best way possible with our insider's guide to August in H-Town. And stay tuned because after we give our picks for the month, I have a special street that you need to check out thanks to our monthly guide sponsor, Downtown Houston. It's Thursday, July 31st. I'm Rahil Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. Hey, y'all, before we get started, I want to mention we are in the last 48 hours of our membership campaign. We launched CityCast Houston Neighbors this week, and we're so grateful for the support we've seen so far. But I have a challenge for everybody that's listening right now. We need 20 more neighbors right now. So join today and keep us on track toward our goals. Maybe you're stuck on the $10 a month. I get it. Look, things are tight. I totally understand. But here's a way maybe you haven't thought about it. CityCast has already been saving you money. Isn't that right, Brooke?
Yes, because I'm all about budget-friendly options, also love to save money. And in the newsletter, Hey Houston, I have written some ways for you to save money. Remember when I wrote about the birthday freebies? My birthday just passed. Always love when you can get a free deal and just celebrate your birthday on a budget. Also, remember the perfect dates for under $25. I try to do one every season just so that you can go on a nice date, but not break the bank.
And then, of course, there's also our weekly events, and so many of them are free or very low budget, and they're really fun. And guess what? When you become a CityCast neighbor, you will be getting those weekly hand-curated events early. You're an exclusive member. So when you sign up right now to become a CityCast neighbor, it's only going to cost you $10 a month, but it gets you so much more. And it's the best way to ensure that we can keep this show going.
Yep. Take it from executive producer Laura Isensee and Hey Houston newsletter writer and editor Brooke Lewis. We are really excited with the Neighbors program. We're going to save you money, and you can become a CityCast neighbor right now by going to membership.citycast.fm. That's membership.citycast.fm. We need 20 of y'all to do it right now. Come on, do it. And I'm going to give you a shout out as well when you sign up. Okay, let's get to our monthly guide because, as I mentioned, this is the hottest stretch of the year. So we're going to give you ways to cool down. We're also going to talk about stories that we're watching out for, and we're going to do some back to school stuff as well. But let's stay cool because it is really hot right now. Laura, how are you going to stay cool? Give me some tips here. Come on.
Well, I'm going to take a page from Evan Mintz, who's a friend of the show, CityCast Houston contributor, and the new opinion editor at the Houston Chronicle. And he is so snazzy in his bow ties, and he has a linen suit. He told me that he was wearing it earlier this summer to meet up with someone for lunch. And I just want to be like Evan because linen, what you wear makes such a big difference in terms of like how hot you feel. So my recommendation is go to your favorite thrift store in Montrose or in your neighborhood, but I'm going to shout out Charity Guild in Montrose, or the Guild Shop and look through and find yourself a really snazzy linen dress or blouse or jacket. And you are going to not just look really cool, but you are going to feel cool. And it's not just Evan, it's actually science.
Oh,
Like
wow.
linen is the fabric that literally keeps you cool the most. I'm wearing linen pants right now.
Me too. But I also think there's something about when I got to my 30s, like I just want to wear the comfiest, loosest pants possible. What is that? What is that? And so that's why I'm wearing linen pants. I've been wearing linen pants all summer long.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But y'all, I can't do linen. Here's why. I have this like weird quirk where all of my clothes have to be steamed and not a wrinkle on it. And linen, you just can't like get the wrinkles out. They're always wrinkles, and I get so annoyed.
I don't know, Raheel. I mean, between like wrinkled clothes
Yes.
and not dying in the heat, I will choose wrinkled clothes. Okay.
Exactly. I would much rather be cool. If you spot me out in Montrose, you will likely see me wearing linen pants, and I will usually be walking to get ice cream because that is my way to stay cool. In Houston during the summer is I love ice cream, and one of my favorite spots is Milk and Sugar, which is in Montrose, and I actually went there earlier this week, and I haven't been really all summer. And I learned that their two most popular flavors, based on the server that was serving me ice cream this summer, has been the key lime pie and Hello
Mm.
Summer. And key lime
Ooh.
pie, you guys, is dairy free, which is very good for me because I'm a lactose intolerant person who loves ice cream.
What is Hello Summer, that other flavor?
So in Hello Summer, you will have cream cheese, lemon ice cream, a blueberry swirl, and I think to me the best part is the graham cracker crust because the key
What?
lime pie that I had earlier this week had the graham cracker crust and it was so good, you guys.
Okay. I need a gallon of that Hello Summer. That sounds so good.
Yes, I
Oh,
think that's why
man.
it's one of their most popular this summer. But I will say she told me that, summer's coming to end. They're gonna stop selling it soon. So you gotta go soon. Milk and Sugar is not just in Montrose. They have multiple locations across Houston. So you can check it out and get your cool summer treat and cool down during the sizzling temps.
It is. That's a great way to do it. Ice cream's always great. For me, it's hydration. And I'm not just going to recommend water, y'all, because that wouldn't be fun. But a great way for me is strawberry lemonade. And again, I'm just not going to recommend a basic strawberry lemonade. You got to get the elevated strawberry lemonade at Lit Book Bar out here in Richmond. I finally had a chance to go check it out, and it is such a cool place. So they've got a section where you can buy books, banned books, whatever, right? Like so many options. But then they also have this very cool mocktail, cocktail bar section that you can get your drinks, and they have tons of events going on during the week. And if you go during the day, they are so cool and supportive of other businesses in their shopping center. They also have this fantastic coffee shop next door, so you can get an iced latte. That place is called Blockhouse Coffee. Y'all, Lit Book Bar is so much fun. I had a blast, like enjoying their mocktails, and you can even add THC to your mocktails and make it a cocktail as well. So this strawberry lemonade, you have to check out before state lawmakers take it away.
Now, I've been wanting to go to Lit Book Bar. I think it's just the drive for me, Raheel, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Come on, make the drive.
It's on my book bucket list. It's so cool. I mean, there's a bar, you can read books. Like that is my cup of tea. So I want to go. I want to go.
Yeah, I love this. I mean, you got me at the mocktails and, the books and coffee. And I'm assuming because it's Houston that it's AC inside. So it checks all the
Yes.
boxes. I would love to go and pick out like a great summer murder mystery. Like I just feel like
Ooh.
murder mysteries are the way to go for summer. So
They've got a whole section of those for you, and they have great recommendations. Like they will curate it just for your taste, which is fantastic.
wow.
Y'all heard me joke about the THC ban, and that's one of the stories, by the way, I'm watching out for throughout the month with the special session going on right now. This THC ban, I know it looks like Governor Abbott is going to sign it into law and we are going to ban THC, but I'm hoping that there is a last minute miracle. Maybe it's more regulation. I don't know why this is bothering me so much. I'm not like a big partaker in this,
I
but
was
to
gonna
me,
ask,
yeah.
Raheel, like you have like a favorite, gummy or something
No.
that you're worried to lose?
I don't. I think the reason this is bothering me so much is that this is just an outright ban, and it's going to impact so many businesses, so many people who use and want the freedom to use here in Texas. Regulate it. Like, let's figure this out. Can we not just go immediately to scare tactics and just go ban, ban, ban? This is so bad. We can't have THC on the streets. Let's figure it out. That's all. That's why it's bothering me so much.
Yeah, I hear you. You want the personal freedom. And I know, Brooke, and hey, Houston, people have been writing to you that they are like on Team Raheel. Like they don't want the lawmakers to just completely ban this, right?
Yes. And if you, again, subscribe to Hey Houston, you can see our Houston chatter section. And I had readers write in about similar to the way Raheel feels. And I think that Houstonians just kind of want people to come to a resolution because it does seem like there's a lot of back and forth. There was Greg Abbott vetoing it. And then now it seems like maybe he's for an outright ban, which I saw
Hmm.
Yeah.
earlier in the news.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering like what kind of horse trading is maybe going on behind the scenes because the special session, there's a few more weeks and a lot on the agenda. And so I'm wondering, is there some kind of deal making going on behind the scenes? So maybe Abbott at first wasn't for the THC ban, but maybe he wants something else for lawmakers to pass. So, we'll definitely be watching that. And one really big story I'm going to be watching this month is back to school
Oh my gosh, don't
because
say it. We are back to school already.
it's right around the corner, and for folks who don't have children, you're gonna know it's back to school because there's gonna be a lot more traffic on the road.
Yeah.
All those 8 a.m. drop-offs and 3 p.m., 4 p.m. pickups, but it's gonna be a really big school year. The state legislature, they technically increase the budget, but the budgets are so tight for school districts. I'm wondering, how is this going to affect teachers and students in the classroom? And then in the Houston Independent School District, which we talk a lot about on the show, they got some big changes. They're changing how teachers are paid for performance. We're seeing new reports of just really high numbers of teacher departures. So there's just a lot of turnover.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's always kind of like some hiccups at the beginning of the year, but this is a big time, and I'm really curious to see how it plays out, especially continuing the state takeover of HISD and what
Yeah.
kind of progress they continue to make.
Yeah, out here in Fort Bend, my daughter has been in Fort Bend ISD schools now going into her fifth grade. So she's been in here for 4 years, and every single year she's had at least two new teachers. So that teacher departure thing is real. And
Mm.
I want to see, like, with this bigger budget, again, things are already tight. So with more money coming in from the state, will it keep teachers around? I don't know. That's something I'm definitely going to be watching out for as well. So I'm glad you brought that up. Brooke, what story are you watching out for in August?
Yeah, on my end, I am very interested to see how the Shipley story plays out. Shipley's was recently sold to a private equity firm, and I'm someone who loved Shipley's. I grew up going to Shipley's every Sunday after church in Third Ward. That was like my place. And so I really don't want Shipley's to lose its local flair now that it's expanding and it's becoming not just a Houston spot. And I think we saw this with Whataburger. People have
Yeah.
been complaining. I mean, that we had readers write in about Whataburger to Hey Houston as well, and how they agreed that Whataburger is just not the same. So I really want Shipley's to remain the same, you guys.
Brooke, I know how much you love Shipley's because whenever we meet up in person for like a team planning day, I'm always like, I need to get Shipley's so Brooke is happy. Like, let me get just, even if it's not like all the donuts,
Oh,
like just some like donut holes. Oh, and I should say Shipley, not Shipley's, but I know how much you love our H Town donut
Yeah.
shop. And I don't
It's so
want
good.
I'm worried that they're just gonna, like, put more focus on expansion and then, like, not give Houston and Texas as much love.
Just give love to the glazed donuts. Make sure the glazed donuts are good, the
yes.
kolaches are good, and we'll be fine. And if you want a full breakdown of this, I talked to Eric Sandler, the Culture Map Houston editor, about it, and I'm going to link that episode in our show notes so you can get a full breakdown. And Brooke, Eric said that you don't have to worry. He feels confident that Shipley donuts will be the same and you will still get that hot glazed donut and it will taste like your childhood. So you are fine.
I love it. But can Eric settle the debate? Is it Shipley's or Shipley? Because like
Oh, he settled it. It's Shipley donuts. It is not Shipley's.
I always have been saying Shipley's since I was
I think it's accepted though.
I know.
It's fine.
I think it's okay.
I'm with you. I say Shipley's. I just can't help
Yes,
it.
Me either.
Okay, when we get back, we're going to give you things to do around the city of Houston, from making the most out of your weekends to one last taste of summer. We'll be right back. Houston, it's time for one of my favorite things, Houston Restaurant Weeks. Houston's most anticipated foodie event will celebrate its 22nd year starting August 1st and running through Labor Day, September 1st. Almost 400 restaurants will be on board, offering fixed price brunches, lunches, and dinners. Restaurants from the Galleria, Inner Loop, West Houston, East End, Midtown, Downtown, Sugar Land, Galveston, and the Woodlands will be participating. You catch my drift. There are a lot of restaurants. Here's the best part. When you dine out, you're raising funds for the Houston Food Bank. So it's your turn to dine out and do good. Get started by going to HoustonRestaurantWeeks.com and browse all of the restaurants and menus. You can even search by the type of cuisine you want, the neighborhood, the meal, the price, and much more. It's time to celebrate one of the best things about H-Town, our food. And you can do it with Houston Restaurant Weeks. Again, that's HoustonRestaurantWeeks.com. Hey, it's your host Raheel, popping in to tell you about CityCast Houston Neighbors, our brand new membership program. We're calling it CityCast Neighbors because we've learned that Houstonians who listen to CityCast Houston are people who care deeply about the city and want to make it better. They're just the kind of neighbors this city needs. Our new membership program comes with some sweet benefits. CityCast Houston neighbors gain access to ad-free podcast listening and a weekly email rounding up our best picks for what to do in H-Town. Plus, we're hosting neighbors-only events like happy hours, local volunteering meetups, and other events where we explore and better our city together. And you get to be part of the local conversation by shouting out a local business or nonprofit you love on this show and in the Hey Houston newsletter when you become a neighbor for just $10 a month. So what do you say? Time to become a CityCast Houston neighbor, right? Get started at membership.citycast.fm. That's membership.citycast.fm. Thanks, neighbor. Okay, before we get back to the conversation, y'all, one of the best parts of launching CityCast Houston Neighbors is hearing from people who have already signed up to be part of our new membership program. And we need 20 of y'all. That challenge is still going on. We need 20 of CityCast Houston listeners to become our neighbors for just $10 a month. But here are some of the reasons.
Yeah, I have one from one of our newest neighbors, Laura H. And here's what she said. I started commuting to work a few months ago and wanted podcasts to pass the time. A native Houstonian, I love the homage you pay to the city, as well as the attention you give to important issues. Thank you so much, Laura. I mean, this is why podcasts are great. They help you pass the time on your commute. And we love Houston and we want to make it a better place. And that's why we need more neighbors like you.
And also shout out to Ed P, who said he subscribed because he's a huge proponent of Houston and loves how we highlight the people and places that make this city special. The podcast is part of his daily routine. And I know there are so many other Houstonians who have made this podcast a part of their daily routine. And we're so grateful for everyone that listens every single day and has become almost like a member of our Houston family.
I know. I'm so glad that it is part of his daily routine and part of Laura's drive. So you can do that as well and keep supporting the show. And when you do join, we will give you a special shout out. You can join right now for just $10 a month by going to membership.citycast.fm. That's membership.citycast.fm. We only have 48 hours left in our membership drive. We need 20 of you during this episode. So please do it right now. Okay, things to do around the city. It is a packed month. We are getting the final taste of summer. I'll explain why the weekends mean so much to me in August. But Brooke, I want to start with you because we are celebrating one of the cool events that has become a marquee event now for H-Town in August.
Yes. So on Saturday, August 2nd, White Linen Night is back in the Heights, and it is just a peak summer event in Houston. It is like the ultimate summer block party. And there's just something so summer about putting on your best white outfit and sweating it out with other Houstonians. And you can wear your linen pants like that Laura brought up
Yeah.
Yeah.
earlier. But the cool thing about White Linen Night, it's been going on for almost 20 years in the neighborhood. There's music, drinks. They close down 19th Street and it just turns into what I described as a block party. And so you can go into the different shops, you can view local art. You can also venture out to other parts of the Heights because on White Oak
Mhm.
Drive, they have a bar crawl going on. I saw there's an event going on at MKT. So it's not just 19th Street, but 19th Street is truly the hub for this amazing event. But it's been going on for so many years in Houston, and I've been a few times and have loved it every single time. And just it kind of feels like just one of those fun summer nights in the city.
Yeah, it's so special. I went a couple of years ago to the White Oak side of things, and yeah, hopped around a couple bars, put on my white dress, and white sneakers, and it's just so cool to see people like out and about and on the street, and you just feel like you're part of this community and something special. So I also have one last taste of summer. It's going to be a little bit stealing Raheel your thunder because I
Uh-oh.
know how much you love Galveston, but this really is to me, like for me, Galveston is summer because growing up, we
Yes.
spent so much time going down to Galveston. But this is going to be a little twist on
Okay.
a taste of summer in Galveston because I'm going to recommend either you go in the evening, spend the night, or you drive really, really early. But one of my favorite parts of Galveston is seeing the sunrise and just walking along the
Mm.
beach. You can either walk along the beach along the seawall or go to the Galveston State Park a little farther west on the island. And there's just something so special. Like it's not hot. There's birds, there's not that many people along the beach. You hear the waves. And I just find it like this meditative experience, like just walking along, seeing the nature, hearing the sounds. It's so relaxing. And then, maybe you want to dive in to the water. I like to just walk along. And then afterwards, you can go get an iced coffee from one of the many great coffee shops in Galveston. I personally like Mod Coffee on the Strand. So you'd have to like walk a little bit or maybe grab like a trolley or something. Also, Brooke, for you, there's some really great ice cream at Ben and
Yes.
Jerry's along the seawall. But this is my take for one last taste of summer.
Oh, that's so good. I'm glad you picked Galveston and stole my thunder because I encourage everyone to go. Although I haven't been this summer, so I'm going in
Oh my
August. I
gosh.
know.
Wow.
You
We're
I
gotta
just
gonna
haven't had
go. You
time.
gotta
Yes.
Can you believe it?
go.
The mayor of Galveston hasn't checked in on his city.
You
It's so
gotta
sad.
go.
I know. August for sure. And I want to do that sunrise walk and like just take that moment and keep it in my mind and remember when it's cold and gloomy outside that there will be summer days again. And that's what I
Yeah.
do usually. I'm like, we will be okay. We will be fine. So, y'all have to understand something about this. My big thing is making the most out of the weekends in August. And here's why. This is the last month before my weekends are taken up by club volleyball because my daughter's playing on teams and I'm at tournaments all the time. And then also my Saturday and Sundays are packed with watching football, whether it be our Houston Texans or watching my Texas Longhorns and having my entire weekend ruined because a 20-year-old couldn't catch a ball and I get upset. Like it's so crazy. So I really love making the most out of the weekends. And maybe it's going to Galveston, but to me, it's going to catch an Astros game. Like right now is the
Mhm.
perfect time because they are making a chase for the playoffs. The games are more intense and crowds are a little bit smaller as well because the summer crowd has died down. Tickets are a little bit more inexpensive. So this is the time to go to Dyken Park and watch the Astros.
I'm still having a hard time saying Dyken Park.
It's so
It's
hard.
still a little
Yes.
new for me. No longer Minute Maid Park, Dyken Park. But Raheel, y'all know me, I'm not a big sports person. So where do you recommend in terms of the best section, or do you have a favorite hot dog stand? Give me a few more tips of
Oh,
how
yeah.
to make the most of my Astros venture, or where do I park? I'm so lost here because
Oh, yeah.
this is not my jam.
Okay, I got you. Because one of the best things about Dyken Park and the Houston Astros, you can bring in your own food. As long as you can fit it into a gallon Ziploc bag, you can bring in whatever. I've seen people eat full barbecue meals and
Okay.
rotisserie chicken. It's wild.
So you're going to Killen's barbecue
Yeah.
and stuffing it in your
That
Ziploc
is- I
bag
didn't
and
even
then
know
going
that.
to the Astros?
Yeah, you can do it. And they're so cool about it. So I like doing that. But of course, there's so many great restaurants and places to eat at inside Dyken Park. Where do you sit? If you can get seats in the Crawford box, then do that. That's out there in left field. It's one of the best viewpoints of the game. But I love sitting down third base. That is one of my
Okay.
favorite places. From that viewpoint, you can see the Astros dugout. So you can kind of see what they're
Gotcha.
talking about, what adjustments they're making. You can sit first or third base line. People love those. But to me, third base, for whatever reason, I guess it's because I can see the Astros. That's why I like that one.
Okay. You feel like you're part of the team.
Yeah. Even though I can't hear what they're saying or what kind of strategy they're discussing, I just like seeing their body language. And I'm like, oh, okay, they will make a comeback or they won't make a comeback if they're trailing. And then I can leave or stay. So it also helps me with that. Do I stay all 9 innings? And then parking, there are plenty of parking garages around downtown. Find one. There's some apps as well where you can just book parking garage spots. So definitely look those
interesting.
up. Yeah.
Is there still Dollar Dog Night at Astros games, Raheel?
Yeah, on Tuesday nights only.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to go out on a Tuesday night during a workday, go get $1 dog, then definitely do it. For me, the weekends are when I can get out there. So no dollar dog nights, but they have promotional nights and you'll get some promotional items maybe if you are in line early. But it's just fun to be there on the weekends.
Definitely has those summer vibes. Got to catch them while they still last.
Mm-hmm. And while you're in downtown, here is another great recommendation. And this comes from our sponsor, Downtown Houston. There are so many bars and restaurants along Main Street, and the light rail makes it easy to get there as well. So if you want to park off site and then go to Main Street and maybe pregame beforehand, you can go there because all these businesses right now, they are serving up strong drinks, bold flavors, and big personality. So there is some construction underway with the World Cup heading here to the city next year. But Main Street is still walkable. The walkable part of Main Street, you can go up and down, and they've got coffee shops, they've got quirky bars, delicious restaurants, boutique hotels, and it is all just steps away from the light rail. So maybe come there for happy hour. You can go there and get coffee, meet up with somebody, local flavors. You want to enjoy those? Well, they've got chef-driven menus at these restaurants, and maybe you can plan a staycation right there on Main Street. Check it out and learn more at downtownhouston.org. These businesses are open and the vibes are absolutely strong. Main Street is my extra recommendation.
Awesome. Yeah, sign me up. Staycation checks all the boxes.
Yep, for sure. It checks all the boxes. Hey, as you heard us mention throughout the episode, we're in the final 48 hours of our launch campaign for CityCast Houston Neighbors. And if you haven't joined our membership program, there is still time to become a CityCast Houston neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. And we need 20 of you who are listening to this episode right now. So come on, you made it to the end. You love this show. That means you care about the show since you're listening right now. And you can take that support to the next level and become a CityCast neighbor like Safine M and Bill C, Mark H, Andrew Y, Wendy M, and Sophia C. Thank you so much for becoming a CityCast Houston neighbor. And don't forget, this week, if you join during our membership campaign launch, you will get an extra special Neighbors Only tote bag as a welcome gift. This is for our founding members only, so do it at membership.citycast.fm. Laura, Brooke, thank you so much for joining me. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for sharing all of your recommendations.
Yes, it was such a blast getting all these last days of summer recs with you guys. Can't wait to go to White Linen Night, possibly wear my linen pants and get some ice cream.
Oh my gosh, Brooke, thank you so much for your recommendations at Milk and Sugar. There's like 3 types of ice cream that I want to try now. So, one for every weekend that I can make down there to Montrose and Raheel. I think you might have convinced me to try the Astros game before the end of summer, just so
All
I can
right.
do that bucket list.
I love it. Thank y'all so much. That was executive producer Laura Isensee with Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis. Get more of Brooke's work by subscribing to the newsletter with the link in our show notes. And while you're in the show notes, you'll see all of the places and stories we talked about for August in there as well. Be sure to share this guide with 3 of your friends who love the Astros and you want to go catch a game with. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so we can bring even more tips and news in your podcast feed every weekday morning. And for my longtime listeners, thank you so much for the support. Now, drop us a rating and review on whichever podcast app you're listening to so we can grow the show. Thanks. That will do it for today. I'm Raheel Ramzan Ali. Thank you for listening and stay cool out there.
I'm also looking Thai tea. I want to try that Thai tea. Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Oh, Happy Wife.
What's in that one?
Sweet cream ice cream plus house-made almond pound cake. Like, my husband literally needs to buy me a gallon of this every week.